Look in the camera. We official now, boy. We really podcasters now, boy. We got the whole setup, boy.
We finally podcasters.
Finally podcasters in this bitch.
Well, we on the arrogant asshole page.
Nah, you on YouTube,
we on straight
nigga.
YouTube.
You big boy now for your 40th episode.
40. It's 40, which we did like 400
Or
episodes.
for whatever you just said. Man.
400 episodes.
What is on it? Jus'Black?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we got. This what we got. We got to get you on YouTube.
Black, can you see it?
I got one.
But you got to start taking it. You got to start really taking
it. Is it live?
Yeah.
Turn the mics down for a second.
We got to get you on all the way down.
Yeah. How's the camera look?
Hold on, let me see. We look good on here. Let me make sure. Go on to YouTube and see. You see it? Look at. Let's see what. Yeah, we all the way live. Yeah, we all the way live. Yeah. But you got to get active on your YouTube. What's your shout it out right now?
Hold on. What is my damn YouTube? I think it's Mohawk down at Gmail. Well, I think I changed that bitch.
YouTube. What's your shout it out right now?
Hold on. What is my damn YouTube? We look like real old niggas.
Yeah, we look old, man. That's the
hold on. Let me.
You said you wanted to look better, goddammit.
No, I'm talking about.
Nah,
like, we talking.
Are we trying to get like the? See that? Look, that's the thing, man. With the whole shit, we had.
Oh, mine is the magnificent asshole.
We done had future Hall of Fame football players. We done had sound artists, major labels, all come to our live show, do our live show, but we wasn't really up on the technology part of it, so we missed out on the opportunity to broadcast ourselves outside of Orlando.
Yeah,
should have linked up with me
he
then.
definitely was innovative.
Yeah, so we was killing the game even then. But that's 4 years ago now. 4 years ago, before not anybody, but people in our community knew what a podcast was. We was like one of the first ones doing a podcast. And then and even when we was trying to get our first guest, people was like, "Oh, what's a podcast?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they did it off the strength, you know what I mean? Especially the early guys like Tony Boy turning up right now. But shout out to Tony Boy. Shout out to
matter of fact, he still holds the record as being the. Well, no, I think Strange probably beat him now. The most person that been on the show.
But they about to come back on too though, because Tony Boy heating up. He hot. But even those early guests like Tony Boy, Menace, the girl Menace was the first one.
Yeah, shout out to Menace. She was our first guest.
She's working for Black Ink. Shout out to Black Ink too, and Trap.
Shout out to Trap.
Trap and them boys and Black Ink. They just opened up another one in Jacksonville, Black Ink Jacksonville.
Yep, they always showed us love from day one, man.
Granddaddy South.
Yeah, Granddaddy, man. That was one of my that's probably one of my top 5 episodes.
That
the first time he came on.
That kind of episode is where we got a great interview and a lot of details about Granddaddy South, and then I felt like it was for the culture, and I felt like it was important for Orlando to see, and we just didn't have ownership of our shit. Like we owned our shit, but we just didn't have all
them first great episodes is mysteriously erased.
Yeah, because your boy. I mean, we should already just start from like the beginning and where we started, like how we started doing the podcast.
Go ahead, tell them how we rocked it.
We started doing the podcast.
No, I always wanted to do a podcast. Like I've been knew about podcasts because I used to be on Tom and Dan's show. So they was the first people I ever seen with a fucking podcast. I didn't know, and I'm talking about they was doing a podcast like years ago. And when I went to their setup, that shit looked like a radio station inside.
Right.
So I was like, what the fuck is this? So that's when they started telling me what a podcast was. And back then I just was looking at it like, okay. I guess that, you know what I'm saying? So,
and they because they like the biggest. They on some Joe Rogan shit.
Yeah, and I was rocking with them from the beginning when Dan had it in his house.
Word.
So, but throughout the years, you know what I'm saying, I seen what it did. So I was like, hey, shit. I want to get on the radio, but none of these motherfuckers want to let me on the radio.
Right.
So I was like, fuck, maybe I'll start a podcast. You know what I'm saying? And the first person I thought of was you.
Right.
Because I used to listen to you on the radio and shit. What is it, Blaze, right?
Blazing 103.7.
Yeah, Blaze. I used to listen to you on Blaze and like we met each other before,
Right.
But we didn't we wasn't tight as we was now. But
right.
Like I ran into you before, I listened to you on the radio, but you was funny as hell. So that's what made me be like, you know what? I'm gonna hit him up and see, if you're gonna host a podcast with me. So I hit him up, and Black was with it, and we linked up, and we talked about the things we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Not even things we wanted to do. We talked about shit we was going to do.
Right. That's what it is. We sat down, we mapped it out. I said, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna have this guy. We're gonna interview this. We're gonna make it a live show. We're gonna all this stuff that we talked about in that first when we sat down. We both were at different points in our life. We was living with some bitches.
Yeah. we both was fucked up at the time.
Yeah, we was fucked up. We was fucked up at the time, man.
We both was fucked up at the time, but that kind of like us doing the podcast was like, okay, that was like the breath of fresh air.
Right. It got us through, man. It got us through.
Like, it kind of was, because I used to look forward. Like, what y'all don't know is we really, for like 3 years straight, did this show.
Yeah.
Every fucking Tuesday. And then we turned it to every Tuesday
and Thursday.
Faithfully.
Even so, when we doing the podcast and we was doing it with a guy who had a vision. I ain't gonna shout him out because he whatever, man, but he had a vision about doing like a podcast network, so which was cool. And I was familiar with what a podcast was because of course I was doing terrestrial radio and all that kind of stuff. And then once that kind of dried up, I was trying to find my next avenue to broadcast, and so I was thinking about doing a podcast anyway. So it's funny how it worked out. But then when we planned it out, we sat down. Say, you want to do a podcast? Yeah, man, meet me here tomorrow. You know what I mean? You pull up and we say, this we're gonna do this, and then everything that we talked about doing, we executed. And it's interesting the way we execute it is because we just kind of say it and then do it and then get it done. So we don't really like write it down or like make these like extravagant plans. You just say, yo, this is what we're gonna do, and then we execute it.
Yeah, we never wrote out an episode ever yet. I don't even think that'll turn out good for us.
Right.
Right. I like being off the rail type.
Off the rails, man. And it's I think with us doing it in our backgrounds, we coming up separately, hosting events and acting and just work and interviewing guys and doing radio. You people who don't know was doing Mad Face TV. So the whole internet interviewing thing, he's like a pioneer at doing that. And so he's like one of the first doing it, interviewing celebrities and people on the internet. So he definitely the soldier boy of that. But we coming from that background, we just quick on our feet, we witty, so we able to do it. So what happened was, which is actually a good thing, not a bad thing. We never frown on, we never tell them, we never say anything bad about it. What happened is people emulate. It just kind of forms into people saying, hey, look, that looks fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Let's do it.
It looks easy, so let's do it. So what happens is people start doing it because we make it look so easy. Because we kind of just know how to do it and we kind of found a groove, which is good and bad. And then a lot of those guys, they didn't last because it's a lot of work, especially if it don't come as easy to you as it comes to us. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, because I think that's what separates us. Because I'm seriously, like, we used to really do this shit we still kind of do it every Tuesday. And Thursday. Like, you know what I'm saying? We might take off a day or two now because, we're doing bigger things now in our lives, but it's still close to every fucking, put it like this, every goddamn week. Right. At least, like, you know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot to do that.
It takes a lot to do it, especially that's the crazy thing about it. And a lot of our social media and just even our following, it doesn't match the magnitude of how big we were then and how big we are in our city. We move around in Orlando, people know us, give us respect. Because we started doing a live show, and then it started being like a packed live show, and it started being people sending us 5 pizzas or sending us food, or people setting up and cooking food for us. So we ended up having a party twice a week.
Shout out to Intervision TV too.
And shout out to Intervision.
We love them.
Snoop, Angie,
Sean P.
Angie, we drove Angie crazy for 2
shout out to
years.
Angie,
for
man. We
2,
drove
3
Angie.
years, we drove Angie crazy because, like I said, it started to be
crazy
a
show.
thing where it started to be. You got a football player here.
Yeah.
You got, Mike Sims Walker. You got Chris Johnson. You got these people coming in. You got this person from this reality TV show coming in just to watch the show, and then it's food, and it's people with vending, it's clothes, it's girls, it's strippers. You smoking, you drinking.
Yeah, it's like everything, man. It was the perfect thing to do on a Tuesday and a Thursday.
Right, and we did it all free, and I think that kind of hurt us in some regards because we could have maximized the sponsors, but we were like so open and so loving and so like inviting to people to come in. Oh, you do this, come in and do it.
Yeah, come through.
And so a lot of the love was returned, and some of the love was like people took for granted and just felt like they supposed to, we supposed to do certain things.
Yeah, but nevertheless it was fun though, man. I'm still having fun with this shit. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's a fun ride, man. It's a great ride, man. I'm still having a good time, and we just got a lot more to do. We constantly trying to elevate and advance. I felt like we did the live scene, and we still do the live scene. But as you can see, like we got a new setup. We trying to get to YouTube. We trying to go live. We got O-Rap. We steady elevating.
I've been with O-Rap now for 2 years.
Right.
Shout out to O-Rap. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I could say, man, Innovision TV definitely like help us kick the door in,
right?
Because they allowed us to
be free and like do what we do. And it was a lot of times we were a headache, but we definitely believe in networking and being like a hub for people to come. Innovision allowed us to be a hub for people to come and really network with us. And I was looking. It's a girl that used to come by. It's a girl that used to come by the show a lot. It was like 3 college girls that went to UCF.
Yeah, I remember the college girls.
And so it's one.
How the fuck did we even meet them?
They just saw one night. They just saw like a lot of people coming to this place, and they just stopped like college people do. At least that's the story they gave us. But it turns out one of the girls is an actor and a singer. And so I seen her doing her thing, like it's like a movie that went straight to this app. I wish I knew all the details to it. One day I will. She still follow us, still support us. But just stuff like that.
Shout out to the college girls, man.
Right. It's always fun, man. It's always fun being so accessible to people who trying to do something serious.
Like we even had characters on the show. Like it was certain people that like we like, you know what I'm saying? Every week we had certain people that's on the show, like we had KJ, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, KJ.
Shout out to KJ. We had KJ on the show sometimes.
Yeah.
You already know Uncle Wood. Wood been there since day one, talking shit in the crowd.
Cherry Coke.
Yeah, shout out to Cherry. You seen Cherry Coke? She went on to do
a podcast that was successful, did some radio.
So shout out to Cherry Coke. You know what I mean? She definitely was one of the ones that was there a lot. She used to pull up. Yeah. Like we just had a lot of crazy ones. And we also we can't forget about Gabby. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's wondering what happened to Gabby. Nothing has really happened to Gabby. It's just, me and Black, we just decided just to do this alone. You know what I mean? Nothing against Gabby. We wish her nothing but the best. We don't have no problems with her or anything like that. It just she wasn't fitting the direction we was going. So, we just moved on. But shout out to Gabby. She definitely was a part of the show. Next year when we have the 5-year anniversary, I'm definitely going to try to see if we could do something with Gabby, you know what I'm saying? Because she is definitely one of the memorable people that was on the show. She basically was a part of the show.
Right, too, right. She's a part of she's Arrogant Asshole podcast.
Yeah, she definitely a part of the Arrogant Assholes forever. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, people just go in different directions sometimes, and that's all it is. That's still our sister, you know what I mean?
It's all love.
So, but who else we had on the show? We had Lily, you know what I'm saying?
Lily.
Shout out to Lily. Lily, she was one of the people that was on the show a lot.
Fresco.
Yep, Fresco.
Muse. He battle rapping hard right now.
Do not call him Fresco.
No, he Muse, man. I'm sorry.
Muse, man. So yeah.
How dare I? What am I doing?
Yeah. So Muse.
Shout out my boy Muse.
Yeah, Muse is one of the
Orlando. Let me talk about this. Orlando got a rap battle scene, a rap battle, right?
Yeah.
And so Muse, if you don't know, Muse is a soul singer and a rapper. He's a rapper first. He'll be quick to he's a rapper first. Okay,
Yeah.
and he also sings, and so he's a part of this he's part of this rap league.
Because I'm not a rapper, I sing too.
But he tearing up the rap league. And so I was looking at the last battle he did with what's the cat name? The Spanish cat, Two Major. So
I ain't watched it yet. I gotta watch it. I ain't have time to watch it.
If you, I think it's called. I think the YouTube channel is Bear Arms or something like that. BARARM Arms. Or just type in Muse versus Two Major. I'm sure it'll pop up. But I watched it, and I watched it from an unbiased ear. I feel like Muse got him 2-1.
You feel he won?
2-1. Muse beat him. But it's funny because it's like a biased league. Two Major been in that league or been around. It's all his friends, so they all saying like he won and all this kind of stuff. But I feel like Muse murdered him actually.
Yeah, I definitely got to watch it because Calico said he had Two Major for the win.
Man,
because we all did the show together. Me, him, and Muse.
Yeah, I saw that. I just did Calico's talk.
Yeah, shout out to Calico, man. He actually did some big shit with us a couple of times actually.
Yeah.
So shout out to Calico. He brung Sanford together. He brung the whole damn Sanford on the show one time.
Yeah, all the rappers from Sanford came on the show.
They did a big Sanford cipher, and all the niggas from Sanford came on the show that day.
We did a comedy show with Calico too.
Yeah, then we did a comedy show.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was a pretty dope thing.
That was dope.
Shout out to Calico. And his new show, Cirilla's Radio.
Cirilla's Radio, 91.5 on the Rollins campus.
On Rollins campus.
In Orlando, you can. If you in Orlando, you can tap into 91.5 FM. He's on at 11 p.m.
11 p.m. on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. But yeah, he's a memorable character. Who was your favorite person on the show?
My favorite person on the show. Tony Boy is always a great guest. I love a great guest. So Tony Boy is one of my favorite people to be on the show. My favorite show of all time is with KT.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's with KT, free KT too, by the way. The reason why it's with KT is because number one, and I always say this about KT, and it's you kind of have to experience it to understand what I mean, but he's a star.
Yeah.
He just has this majestic,
got that juice.
Yeah, he just got something about him. He lights up a room. And it's a lot of like folklore. It's a lot of like whispers about him. Hey man, KT, he's this, he's that, and he's almost like I don't like to compare people to people, but he's like the 50 Cent of Orlando.
Yeah, because
he has all these stories and people know about him. He's not to be tested. He go to I was fucking with this correction officer one time, and she was like, oh yeah, I know who KT is, man. Whenever he was in jail, he was high risk. He had to keep away from people, and it's like all these stories. You know what I mean? And then because throughout the years of me interviewing people and us doing the show, we had built up to this point where he would even be willing to do the show because he wasn't doing interviews, and he just
actually my dog Big Head said that.
Shout out to Big Head.
Yeah, my nigga Head said that.
And so people would say, oh man, what is Black gonna say?
Yeah,
is Black gonna still be Black when he there?
Everybody was worried about what we was gonna do.
Right. Oh, I bet y'all ain't gonna say. These things when he get there. Or this is gonna happen. Should we lock the place down? Because like I said, we did a live show. And everybody was welcome, and the word started to go around. KT's gonna do their podcast, and so we was like, words getting out, people hitting me. I remember Jinx, a Paramount Global security firm.
Jinx.
He owns Paramount Global. He's security to the stars and your venue or whatever you have to do. Hit up Jinx, but Jinx comes and say, "Hey man, I heard Thang coming. Or can he, because he's tied in with CJ. He's done the security for Chris Johnson. And, Mike Sims Walker, who played professional football, and these people." come in and we all come in. We finna go check it out, right? And so because he don't do interviews, people don't know if he gonna come, if he is gonna come. And then we hit him and say, hey man, we do a live show, but for you, we'll lock it down, you know, because he had just got a bullet taken out of his shoulder the night before. So he had been shot like 2 weeks before, and then he had just got the bullet taken out. It's that serious.
Yeah.
And so we hit his people and say, hey man, you know, we do a live show, but we can't shut it down and make it you know,
just close off type thing.
And
like, hell no, bring the people.
He said, no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do whatever, you know. So
bring the people, bro.
Sure enough, KT shows up with Chris Johnson,
Mike Sims,
Pro Bowl football, NFL baller, Mike Sims Walker, Pro Bowl, you know, football player, and just a lot of people came. We used to have people. We used to have.
I think that was the first time I ever seen Angie open up the garage doors.
Right, open up the garage. So we did it in this warehouse scene, and so it has like a warehouse door. Mm-hmm. She let the warehouse door up
because there was so many fucking people in there.
It's, you know, we had like food, so we had Dallas come in and cater. You know, we had like a 3-bean chili.
Dallas and KP
came, and so. Now we do it on the stage. This interview is up on my YouTube actually, right? So you can go find it with KT interview with Arrogant Asshole. So now the lights are on. Me and D-Rug there, Gabby's there, and we ready. So we sit down and we talking with KT, and we asking him everything. You know, I asked him, hey, what can we not ask you? And I won't say what he told me. But basically said almost anything. So we talking and we asking about this, and getting shot and the mystique, and he just was everything that you think he would be, everything that his music said he is, and he has like a smile and everybody. He's interacting with people, and what was a tense moment turned out to be a fun moment, and we hung out and we ate and we laughed and we drank and we just had a good time. So that's one of my favorite ones because it just is what we did this show for in the beginning anyway, is to really be a pillar in Orlando and really make an impact. So that's my long-winded answer to my favorite.
I'm trying to think of what favorite episode that I have. It was so many crazy ass ones. I don't have an actual favorite, but I do have ones that's memorable for me. Definitely Gabbana's Duck Goose with the City Boys that day. I love the vibe of that day. That day was because that was premature. We was finna that episode made us take this shit to the stage. Let's go in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we went viral that day.
Yeah. So
first time we went viral, as they say.
The City Boys and Gabbana. That was a dope time. What else was good to me? Definitely the Matty Ice and
DJ Consistency.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
We went
dog your pussy.
We went hood viral with that.
That one, it was a hood viral.
So it with Gabbana doing Duck Goose, that went world viral. That went world viral, millions of views and shares of her performing Duck Goose. This is what people talk about in the hood,
in the city.
Like the tastemakers talk about that episode where
because it was different blogs from around the city resharing it.
Right. So that was fun, and it was all in love, and it was just so fun.
For the record, people too, they were not beefing for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What had happened was Matty crazy ass decided he wanted to pop him open a bottle of Bel Air by himself.
Right. And Matty don't drink. So
yo, you finna make me watch that episode again because you got to check Matty out. Shout out to my dog DJ Matty Ice. Shout out to DJ Consistency. But you got to check Matty out in that episode. He opened up the fucking bottle. He had some shit to get off his chest. You know what I'm saying? I guess that was his. You ain't finna little boy at me no more. DJ.
Because I think this is another backstory to that. What happened is Matty Ice comes from under Consistency.
He comes
Consistency been doing this thing for a while. He used to be right hand man to Disco Jr. Rest in peace. And then since he's the man, he's the man. He's the DJ at the biggest club in Orlando. He's consistency, but Maddie is somebody that he's known since a kid and when he was coming up. So Maddie comes up from under, and so it's kind of like a student become the teacher kind of thing. And so it was that kind of. It was like I think it's because the way we talk in Florida. Yeah. It sounded like more hostile than what it was.
Oh, I mean, it was hostile.
Yeah, but it was like
it was definitely hostile.
I didn't realize Maddie was that big until he stood up.
Yeah, because the shit happened out of the blue. That's what made it so funny to me. Because it was me, you, and Gabby. We sitting on the stage, and all night, the whole episode, Maddie was taking shots at consistency. On some nigga, me and Africa Black will dog y'all ass out. Like, you know what I'm saying? He but even in the episode, he was letting y'all know it ain't no beef. It's just that Maddie was sipping on that goddamn Bel Air.
Yeah, I just feel like it's my time. That's all it was.
He kept talking that shit to consistency. And consistency is being real humble about this shit.
Right.
Like, he's like really, really like, all right, man, chill out, man. All right, man. Yeah, man. Come on, man. And then he finally got tired of the shit. Because he was like disrespecting them. Like,
right.
It's like, you little niggas beat me and my nigga, y'all, we must be out your motherfucking mind, nigga. Because they got to the point where they bet it, actually, didn't they?
Right.
They set up something and was supposed to meet up the next night or the night of we was doing the show, but they were supposed to meet up with some shit, and they put some money on the line. Like, Maddie went to talking that money shit.
Yeah.
Maddie was like, what, bitch, I pulled up to the motherfucking ATM now. Because they had bet some money about the shit. So once they start talking that money shit, consistency was like, oh, okay, all right, let's do this then. So I guess they shook on it, and the end of the show, consistency was like, man, I'm about to dog your puss ass. And everybody just went in an uproar. Like the audience, everybody on the stage just, oh, like Jordan just hit the final three. Okay. that was good. Another one of my funny episodes was Mail Baby.
Mail Baby is as an underrated episode.
That motherfucker there is crazy.
We had some awesome guests, man. Mail Baby was fucking hilarious. We got to get Mail Baby back, man, one day, man.
Yeah.
But all this stuff is like 2 years, 3 years. The pandemic take 2 years off our life. We don't realize that.
Yeah.
We take away 2 years, so it's been like 3 years since Mail Baby. So also I want to give like a shout out to consistency and like these people who show up just being asked, hey, can you do the podcast?
Yeah.
Show up all these times, and especially like this is back when consistency was like a very sought after man, and he was doing like 3 shows a night and was very busy and still took the time to come out to our show whenever we asked, have a good time, laugh. Matty Ice, DJ DK, which came up through the Arrogant Asshole time, and just Chapman.
Shout out to Chap. I love when he come on too.
Yeah, so
that's some good shit talking there with that motherfucker.
You have a good conversation with Chapman, man. A lot of people, man. White Boy.
Yeah, we definitely had White Boy on the show.
Yeah, shout out to White Boy.
Him and his mama.
Yeah,
he was trying to get his mama that night, huh?
Yeah, his mama.
We had White Boy on the show.
White Boy.
Legit.
Yeah,
I like Legit. He was cool.
Legit still moving out here, shaking. That was a cool show. He brought the am I supposed to say this? But yeah, he brought the girl from when Kelly Rowland had put together an R&B group.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the girls in the group, I guess they were dating at the time or something like that. So he brought her. She was cool. Who else was a great show? I think we said Granddaddy. Granddaddy was a great show. It was a phenomenal show. We had 10% before he got signed.
His name was something else then, wasn't he?
Yeah, his name was. I don't know if people say it.
Yeah, his name was something else.
Shout out to 10%. He signed CMG. Yeah, man, we had a lot of fun times, man. A lot of fun times, man, and just more times ahead, man. Trying to move forward and try to monetize it and get bigger and do bigger things and take this brand to the next level. I'm
trying to think of what else we had. There's so many fucking people we had. You know one of my favorite people too, man. Rest in peace, man. One of my favorite people that we used to always laugh at him all the time.
Yeah, I know you.
Goddamn roller coaster.
Roller coaster, man.
Shout out to the little roller coaster.
That
Rest in peace, man.
he passed. That fucked me up.
Man.
He passed right by my mom. My mom lived right in that neighborhood.
He got killed over there in Rosemont, man.
Yeah, man.
But he was one electrifying guest.
Yeah, a lot of energy. Just
he used to be fucked up, and he just come to the show
high as hell. But he had a good heart. He was a good dude. He was
man.
A good kid, man. So,
but we used to always tell his ass to slow the fuck down, man, because he was just one of them motherfuckers. He just was. This nigga ain't even have a hit out, and he'll come an hour late. Remember that episode? Talk about we do a big 2-hour episode. This nigga come the last 5 minutes with an entourage.
Hey man, we about to wrap it up, man.
All right, I still don't get on that bit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Damn, man, I miss him, man.
Yeah, he was a good guy, man.
Because he used to just chill in the crowd too.
Yeah,
he used to come there and just hang out.
It just come. Yeah, man. That's wild, man. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy that he passed away too, man.
Yeah, he definitely.
We've had pretty much everybody you can have, man. Smoking Juju. Shout out to Juju out there in Cali right now.
Yeah, Smoking Juju. We had them on the show. Shout out to Trap and Slick. You know what I'm saying?
Free Slick.
You know what I'm saying? Those they were definitely funny too.
Yeah, man. Slick, hurry home, man. Slick is a wild boy, man. Slick, hurry home. You gotta do a little college and he'll be back. But Slick is fucking funny as hell. He living his best life out there too in the pen right now.
I think he ready to come home.
I think he's ready to come home, but every time I ain't say too much, but man, he be showing that he's living a great life. Like he just having to. I say Slick is making the most out of everything that's come his way, man. So hopefully that shit, not hopefully, he definitely gonna, he ain't get forever. He just got a little time, he'll be home. But shout out to Slick. Jason Music.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was just finna say Jason probably dropped one of the best freestyles on the show. Because we had a lot of people to come through and do a freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely probably was the best one out of it.
Did a great freestyle. Bally, shout out to Bally, man.
Bally was nice too.
Tore his fucking ACL. Hope get well soon.
Shout out to Bally though, man. That episode made me a fan of Bally.
Yeah.
I was a fan of him because he actually gave me a CD.
He made me mad though, because Bally one of the people where he just real good at rapping
and don't care.
He just don't give a fuck about it.
But he could spit because he gave me a CD when CDs wasn't even. I'm telling him, I'm like, hey man, what I'm gonna pay this at?
On some Lil Wayne shit where he just rap.
Yeah, he gonna abuse your beats.
Rapping over 20 beats.
He gonna get your beat and eat it up. That's
what
made me a fan of him.
Some shit he probably did in 4 days, and that, like, bro, why don't you just take this shit serious? But that's a story of another day, man. Shout out to Bally. He hit me up about doing like an interview with him. So we gonna make something happen.
Yeah, we could definitely. And I think one of our most, how can I put out, one of the most like oh shit episodes is when we had White Dog on there.
White Dog, the White Dog.
Because everybody don't for the people that do remember White Dog, you know what I'm saying. Everybody wondered what happened to White Dog or what, you know what I mean? Because White Dog was the shit 20 years ago.
Yeah, Papa
Pill, you know what I'm saying? That was a big hit back then. But yeah. White Dog just vanished at a point in time, and everybody wondered where he was at, and we found him.
He became a motivational speaker.
You know what I'm saying? We found him and had him on the show, and he was like really preaching to us, like
yeah,
like I was just like holy shit,
in a real White Dog way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, dog? We got to go with the Lord. But the whole time I'm talking to him, I just heard Papa Pill beat in my head. Just dunk. But nah, man, shout out to White Dog. That definitely was that was a different episode there. Our sex episodes used to be crazy too.
You said sex episode?
Yeah, when we had the girls on there and we talked nasty and shit.
Yeah, man, a lot of.
But really, that was like every episode.
Adult ballerinas came, show love.
Ooh, what's the one girl I liked? Rihanna Red.
Rihanna Red. I just seen Rihanna Red on Instagram.
She was beautiful. Her and the honeycomb. What's the honey?
Um, the fucking West Indian girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, yeah, she was fine.
Yeah, that was some good episodes. There.
Fucking Shinx. No, what's her name? It's another adult ballerina that we had a lot of adult ballerinas, man. Come on the show.
Shout out to my dog ballerina.
Scout Lions came. She's not an adult ballerina, but she could be.
Yeah, Scout.
Yeah, we had the who's who in Orlando come through the show, man. And we not like on the scene and the popular kids. We just put together a great presentation. But that's 4 years of the arrogant assholes to 40 more.
Yeah, man. The next year we gonna really like go out and like I'm gonna put together a 5-year anniversary episode next year, like definitely. Because I was like, oh shit, that's right. This year kind of like hit me, like oh shit, May is here. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
it hit
Come
me
by
like,
fast.
So next year we're gonna have the 5-year anniversary. We don't know yet what we're gonna do, but it is gonna be a celebration, bitches. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be doing that one. Another one of our memorable guests is gotta be fucking Jolly.
A regular.
Jolly was a regular guest on the show and a regular audience person.
Yeah.
That we had to keep an eye on because he was a wild boy about 3-4 years ago. Yeah. 3-4 years ago, Jolly was a wild boy. He ain't the same no more. He don't be drinking like he used to, boy. He was a wild boy back then, and he'd say some crazy shit on that damn. You got to get the mic away from his ass sometimes. So shout out to Jolly, man. What else we had on the show? I like D-Boy when D-Boy came on the show.
D-Boy, that was recent, man.
Yeah, D-Boy came on the show and gave us a good ass interview. Yeah, dope interview like that. Yeah, what the fuck happened to D-Boy too, man? He got us ready with that good album and
another one, man. Just rap good and don't really care. Like he care about the music, but he don't care to be famous. I think that's what it is.
And also shout out to Auntie Strings.
Strings came through a lot of times, brought a lot of
introduced us to
connected us to a lot of people, a lot of industry folks.
She still continue to do that to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Auntie Strings, man. Strings.
Big Wacko.
Yeah, Big Wacko.
Big Wacko. He's still
shout out to my boy Willie Mays, man.
Willie Mays done linked us a lot. Nook Gristle, can't forget Nook Gristle.
Oh yeah, man. Nook. I'm gonna tell you, man, that episode with Nook was a groovy ass day too. When we had the fur on the table,
yeah,
we were drinking that shit.
A lot of times we had Nook, man. Nook has become my actual friend, like my cousin.
Yeah, that's my cousin now.
Nook called me for no reason, check on me. I call him, check on him.
I just seen him today, matter of fact.
Yeah, man. Nook is. I forgot to say Nook because I don't even think of it like my favorite guest, like because I really talk to him often. You know what I mean? So, but Nook is one of my favorite people, and like not just on the show, but just in general. He's one of my favorite people. Just always show me love, always cool. You know, don't ever need nothing from me. I don't need nothing from him. You know what I mean? When my baby came, he called me, say, "Cuz, what the baby need?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. Just out of the blue, so Nook Gristle.
Yeah, that motherfucker fuck with me every time I see him now. Matter of fact, he seen me and Irene. It's like, hello, how y'all little motherfuckers, old asses doing having a goddamn baby? So every time he see us, he be talking shit to y'all motherfuckers crazy having a goddamn baby. Motherfuckers my age.
I done started over, man.
But shout out to Nook, man. He he became my cousin. But yeah, we had who else we had that was a pretty good episode. Oh man, I remember that one time you had that damn sexologist girl.
She was a sex worker, man.
Yeah. But you see, the reason why we laughing because you got to understand how this conversation went before this episode was aired. I call this nigga like, yeah. No, he calls me actually. He calls me. He was like, Rub, check this out. You know, I got a show for us tonight. Got this sexologist coming on the show. So I'm like, oh shit, a sexologist? I don't even know what the fuck a sexologist is. But I'm assuming that some fucking girl that got a degree in sex. Cool. We go pick the girl up. I look at the girl.
That's our first one say we had to go pick her up.
I was like, wait a minute. Girl look like a damn worker, man. What the fuck? But it was a good interview though. She definitely was a good interview.
We had a great time.
We had a great time with her. She gave us a dope interview, but after that damn show, me and Gabby looked at Black like sexologist. Like we like how you revert shit. Like she was fucking reverted the shit out of that damn situation.
She was a sex worker, man. Shout out to sex workers.
Bitch, you stupid. Who else we had on the show that was good as fuck, man? Oh, can't forget fucking Smoke.
Smoke
With the Duck Goose Girl.
Another hood viral moment.
Yes, another hood viral moment.
Smoke. We had Smoke on. I don't know why we had Smoke on. I never,
because I love Smoke.
Before
man.
that, I had never even heard of him.
See, I know Smoke from the hood, man. You know, we used to be in a little band together, man. Shout out my dog Smoke. Man.
He was like, "Yeah, we gotta have Smoke on, man." And I was like,
because Smoke had just went viral, like 2 days before that. So he went viral because Pepper beat him up. Pepper beat him up on live because she called him with some bitches or something, and she beat him up on live, and he went viral. So right after that, he just kept going viral just because everybody was tuned into him and shit. So I was just like, you know what? This is one of my crazy moments of the show. When I go to Black, like, hey, look, we gonna have this nigga Smoke on the show, and blase squaze, blah blah, and Black looking at me like, all right, I don't know who this is, but fuck it, let's go. Like you say. So we get Smoke on the show, right? Now Smoke is in full fucking character too. He's acting a damn fool on the stage, right? Now, mind you, we tells him, hey, we're gonna have to do an hour up here on the stage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No problem. 15, 20 minutes into it, I see he's starting to calm down a little bit.
And he keeps checking his phone.
He keep hitting his phone, like, you know.
And so mind you, we told you already that we do an open show.
Yeah,
so anybody can come. It's free.
Yeah.
And everybody knows where
we at.
So he
keep looking at the phone. He looking. Then all of a sudden, all right, man, I gotta go.
He keep hitting that, wrapping it up.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Like we 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in.
I'm telling the nigga, like, hey man, we got like 30 more minutes. Like, man, I gotta go now, man. I gotta go get you some money or some shit. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know, it's getting a little dry anyway, so let's go on because I wanted to drink that night or some shit. Right. We wanted to get fucked up that night, so we wrapped it up. Boom. So we wrapped it up, and you know, usually when we used to wrap up the show, that's when the party start. You know,
right.
We kicking it, you know, everybody taking pictures and networking or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That was the best part of the night. And I be damn, I see Smoke trying to get to the door in the back, and I see fucking Gabbana and the Duck Goose Girls coming in to the other side. And it just so happened the camera was rolling and everything. And I just hear, you just hear me on there and say, oh shit. And they go in there and try to jump on.
And so they jump him, they beat him up. Or they try to beat him up. Gabbana and his girlfriend is like, and Gabbana are like best friends. And so they come in singing Duck Duck Goose. Yeah. I can't make this shit up. They come in singing Duck Duck Goose.
Duck Goose, ho, it had to be you. That was Gabbana's exact words when she busted the door.
The whole time, I don't know why. I don't know who this person is. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Black don't know shit.
I know Gabbana and I know Pepper, so I'm speaking to him. Hey, what's up? And they like, start beating on him. So I'm like, what the fuck? The rug dude, why he get
it make it so bad? Smoke thought I set him up.
It's like
Smoke called me the next day, man, that fucked up. You set me up like that. I said, what? I said, nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Oh, yeah, you do, nigga. You got something to do with them Duck Goose Girl, nigga. You set that shit up. I came all the way to the Breakfast Club to get jumped on national TV. Because he used to call us the Breakfast Club. he tell motherfuckers he's on national TV. Like, he always talked big about us, man.
Yeah, I appreciate Smoke.
Yeah, I fuck with Smoke, man. But yeah, that was another funny-ass motherfucker day. That shit, that was hilarious, man.
Oh, man.
What about the crumping dude we had at the time? Remember the dude that was crumping? And he cleared the floor out, and he's like, "Oh, nigga." What was his name? He be over there at What's Dave from the Grave manager name? Crooks.
Crooks.
Yeah, he works at Crooks Barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. There.
He came with
that nigga, because we never had a crumper on the show. He was like the first crumper, and like he was serious too. Like that's why we told that nigga to do it. He was like, do that shit because you seem serious as fuck about this. Yeah, that nigga was serious, boy. That nigga was crumping like a motherfucker. I wish I knew his name, man. I forgot his name, but I know he be doing the he be customizing the toys and shit.
Yeah, I know he used to run with Chris Brown and them boys.
Yeah, he really goddamn he really be crumping like he really broke it down to me about crumping that night.
Yeah, y'all was drunk because
no, I was just interested in hearing like, nigga, you really go around the world doing this? Like shit. I could have learned how to crump, like, you know what I'm saying? I always thought crumping was cool, man.
We had a lot of interesting characters come on the Arrogant Asshole podcast for sure.
Who else we had was strange as fuck? Any strange people we had?
Strange.
Trying to think who we had on the show that was strange.
Strange. That's an interesting. I don't know. Strange.
No, we had Gabby telling crazy ass show. Shout out to Gabby Stories.
Yeah,
Gabby Stories was infamous in the show too. The tow truck one gets me every fucking time.
She
got into it with a nigga and called a tow truck nigga to get the nigga car and take it to Tampa. That's fucked up. I was like, God damn, that's some horrible shit there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so shout out to Gabby and her crazy stories, man. Like I said, man, this show was definitely a game changer, man. We definitely set out to do what we was doing, and the thing is, we did it effortlessly. Like we didn't try to force this shit on y'all. We just like even now, man. Like we didn't have no guests tonight. We was gonna cancel it, but I was like, yo, what? Fuck it, man. We could just go out there ourselves. It's the 4-year anniversary. We might as well go in there and sharpen the swords any damn way.
Yeah.
Talk some shit, you know what I'm saying, and we can reminisce about the show. You know what I mean? So
yeah, because we got a new technology. I like this setup though. I like this setup, man. We gonna have to start probably Tuesdays.
Yeah,
we just do regular podcast things. But we got this new setup where we just gonna be going live and all this great stuff. So I'm looking at myself on the screen. We got
we're gonna get everything set up where we can watch the videos
and just shit. It's a lot of stuff, man. So subscribe to this YouTube channel. Rug, I'm gonna make sure he get his YouTube channel right. So because I got some ideas for his channel to put some content on there. And we're gonna grow these both channels, and then we're gonna have an Arrogant Asshole podcast channel dedicated to that. So we gotta grow these channels, get these subscribers, monetize, all that kind of good stuff.
I think I got like 100-something people following me.
Yeah, so we gotta get it to 1,000. We gotta get this one to 1,000.
Yeah, you almost there too, right?
Man, it's a grind, it's a struggle. I'm still learning how to create content, and so this is going to be another avenue, another vehicle for us to create content. We got better cameras, and better software, and a better network.
I'm gonna change the name to my channel. Just something easy. It's a little too long.
No, you just go D-Rub.
The master. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna change it.
Just go D-Rub.
Because it's like the magnificent asshole with dollar signs.
Shout out to my boy Ben from Can We Talk Music. He just hit me and say he got a space for creatives. And so we're gonna see what that's about too, man. Shout out to Ben, Can We Talk Music. Shout out to On the Bench with Bubba and Pink.
Shout out to Bubba and Pink.
We already shouted out Calico. Shout out to Intervision. Shout out so everybody who's creating a network and content to broaden.
Even shout out to the Culture Radio.
Culture Radio, they doing great things. Shout out to the Culture Radio.
Shout out to Culture Radio.
No hard feelings. You know the funny thing is
they got us started.
The funny thing is it never was no hard feelings on this end.
Yeah, we just wanted to. So we just knew we wanted to go to. Yeah, it fit us better to go over the interview.
Yeah, to just go.
Because, like, you know, we used to go there and I used to smell like weed, and the guests come smelling like weed, and, you know, that wasn't that type of party there. Intervision, they accepted all that shit. So, you know,
right. Was able to expand and was able to to do things that was bigger than just us, you know. So
Oh, you know who else we had with some crazy motherfuckers? The niggas who came in with the bus.
yeah, the cats from Sebring, man.
Sebring, yeah, them niggas from Sebring.
Shout out to them, man. I wish we can link back up with those guys, man. But
Crack Baby, I forgot the other
there's a
dude's
rapper
name.
named Crack Baby.
The nigga was raw too.
Shout out to Crack Baby. But yeah, they came all the way from Sebring. It was an old gangster who runs Sebring.
Because we actually went out there.
We went to Sebring.
Yeah, we went to Sebring.
And they treated us like hood celebrities.
Nigga,
Sebring.
Let me tell you about that. That was a cool day.
That was fun as hell, man.
Like we went to Sebring. I forgot what bruh's name is. If you watching this, my bad.
It slips
but
me.
Get at us, though.
I hope you're still doing well. Doing well. He was an old gangster.
An OG gangster nigga. So you know what I'm saying?
Anything
black. We went to Sebring to go because they wanted to do a TV show. Right. They basically wanted to do what Intervision was doing because he had a warehouse like Intervision.
Right.
But he wanted to do like something where, you know,
it was actually nicer. It was the nicest thing that warehouse or space that I've seen. It just was in Sebring.
It was just in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we talked business. Everything looked good. And like right after we did all the business and stuff and checked out the warehouse they was in, we went to the hood in Sebring, where he owned the bar or the little juke joint.
Yeah.
He owned it. The dude owned that motherfucker. And when I tell you, them people ain't know who the fuck we was, but they treated us like we was motherfucking superstars, nigga.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't wait for us to come there. Like, oh shit, y'all a podcast?
Yeah.
Well, y'all from Orlando? Oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they treated us like real stars in that bitch. Like we didn't even go home. Like,
yeah, we hung out.
We hung the fuck out, and I'm talking about we was in the trenches.
Me, Rug, Cherry Coke, we went down, and we was in.
Even Cherry Coke was hanging out. Like some motherfuckers be like, man, it's time to go. But
when I say trenches, we was in the trenches.
We was in the trenches of Sebring,
and we had a great time.
Blast, bro.
Say, hey man, whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to drink.
Yeah, we were drinking good, eating good, man. It was
having a good time, man. So shout out. His name escapes me, man. But
it's on the tip of my tongue too. It's some gangster name too.
Yeah, he was a fucking old school gangster where he fucking owned the city that he lived in and he fed the people.
Yeah, he fed the people.
You know, so they
gave motherfuckers jobs.
Yeah,
and shit.
You see people in there working. And,
damn, what is his name? That shit is on the tip of my tongue too. It's like a popular hood name too. Like one of them old popular gangster hood names too.
Like Pookie, so like.
No, it ain't that damn.
No, but it's like
it's so damn. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna get it probably when the show go off.
But they showed us a lot of love in Sebring, man. He had like one of them.
I want to say Bird was his name.
He had like one of them, but he had one of them buses, like passenger buses.
Yeah, he wouldn't cut him a bus.
Brand new though that he owned.
Yeah.
I think he had two of them.
Yeah, he had two of them.
He had two of them. Brand new, bro. Them, you know, them shit's like fucking 80, 90 grand.
Yeah.
Brand new one.
Tricked out too.
Yeah.
They had like jamming and everything.
Jam and TVs and shit. And they came to the show deep from Sebring now. We did the show at 9:00 at night. So it take 2 hours to get from here to Sebring. About 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 2 hours to get from here to Sebring. And so they come in here. And like I said, we used to hang out. So the 9 and we hang out. You know, I'm not even a hangouter, so hang out to me is like 11. But they come all the way from Sebring. We hanging out, we networking. Yeah, y'all come down to Sebring. We come down to Sebring.
Yeah, we actually went.
Everything check out. Everything he said it was is what it was. And surprisingly, because the thing about it, because we was in like a rare space where people weren't really doing this what we were doing yet. There's a lot of people who was promising us stuff and saying, "Oh, we can do this, we should do this, and I got this, and this is gonna happen." But like. And that's what was interesting because he ain't look like somebody who
because remember how we knew he ran the shit because he was sitting in the audience for the longest.
Right.
They ain't saying shit.
Not saying nothing.
He had his homeboys, they was all on the stage, and you know, he had these two dudes, he had these two guys on the stage. They both had broken hands.
Yeah.
Like we kept wondering, but they was funny as hell.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They kind of was like me and Black, like you know what I'm saying. So you know, we was having a good time on the stage, but my man who owned everything, he was sitting in the crowd the whole fucking time,
Right.
chilling. Had him a little chick by him, and he was just smoking.
Yeah.
And he ain't say shit the whole time. He just was laughing. And like when the show was over with, he was just like, hey, nigga, I got one of these. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got one of these at Sebring, man. Y'all need to come down there.
And then so we like, yeah, okay, cool.
Let's do it.
Then he came back again.
Came back the next week.
And then in the bus, it brought more people with him.
Yeah, brought more people. Like, yeah.
And it's like, I'm for real, y'all coming to Sebring. So we drove to Sebring.
Yeah, we drove to Sebring.
on a regular random
like
day.
Damn Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. And that shit a long ride and everything checked out. Everything he said that he had down there. Because I won't say we expecting the worst, but we not expecting the most. Like we ain't expecting like, oh, this gonna be a big ass. We just expecting that he got something like this.
Yeah.
And it was actually it's probably like 3 times the size of
it was bigger. It's bigger than
you know what I mean? And it had a bar and all kind of shit.
Yeah, he had a big ass bar, and like it was like a club actually, like
right. It is, and he didn't know
stage in there.
He didn't know what he was going to do with it, so he was just trying to bounce ideas and figure out what he was going to do with it. But that was a great experience, man, and I wish we could have really made something happen with that because it was cool. It just turned out to be, a long commute and a lot of stuff going on. But shout out to them guys at Sebring, showed us a lot of love. I was looking for houses. I ended up out there. And I was like, man, I was telling my girl, like, man, there was this dude, man. I know when I talk to my girl, I be telling her stuff. I know it'd be sounding like some crazy shit that I'm just making up.
I'm glad my girl listens to me.
my girl believe me, but it's like she don't really know the magnitude. Like when we had our directory and then people hitting us and shout out my boy Josh who owns Shauna. So if you ever need some good food in the Koi, they got Shauna's, got great food. But these people like sending my baby gifts and stuff like that. They nice gifts and sending cash and stuff like that. And my girl like, dang, how you know these people? Because it's like it sounds far fetched for me to be like, oh yeah, my boy Nook, and he's the man. Like this person here is he the man. Like this person here, he's the man. So it's like it's always interesting, or like when I go out in Orlando, people see my son think I'm famous. When I go in Orlando, people know who I am and they speak to me. And my son like tells friends out, man, my dad's famous. My dad, he's famous. You know what I mean? And so like, and like my son best friend, they all come to my house, stay for the weekend and shit like that. So we out doing things, go shopping, and people will see me and talk to me. Hey man, next time I'm gonna see you. Next time you do this, next time you do that. And then my son be like, oh, my dad's famous. But just able to talk and meet and network with a lot of people and be a part of the culture is always fun.
So before we ride out, man, Kendrick Lamar album. What's your take on it? You heard it?
Kendrick, I love Kendrick Lamar's album. It's a you know what I hate about where we are now? Motherfuckers listen to something one day and be like, this is trash. I hate it. Like especially with a Kendrick Lamar album, you can't listen to that shit in one day.
I'm one of them people, but I didn't call it trash.
Yeah, but you was like,
I wouldn't put like this. You know what it was? I think I was overhyped for it.
That could possibly be it, and that's why I allow myself to be. Whenever there's like a hype album, like it's an album that's like it's based on hype and it's gonna be the greatest. I don't listen to it.
I think that's what I got caught up in because I was expecting that damn sound.
That
butterfly sound.
And that's the thing about Kendrick is he never make an album that's the same. Yeah. Same thing with J. Cole. J. Cole, they never make an album.
Cole shit sound the same.
You think so?
Yeah. He's not as the only people that's creative like that I can say from album to album was Outkast and Kendrick Lamar.
And just Outkast.
Just Outkast is the only one that have a body of work that sounds totally different from each other.
But it's like that Kendrick Lamar album, especially like you gotta smoke something and just go.
Yeah, that's what I did. I mean, my final verdict on the album, I still don't think it's like classic like everybody say, but there's definitely songs I love on there. I love songs I love songs on there. And the main thing I respect about the album is the content, the wordplay, and the like. The more because I never took it out of rotation when it dropped. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, I get into my weekly rotations of albums and stuff like that. And I got to the point where I done burnt the Future out. So it's like, okay, the Kendrick is there. That's the only next best thing that I would want to listen to.
I never played no Future shit.
But
but I tell you that fucking the Kendrick album is, you gotta listen to it and then listen to it and then listen to it.
Yeah, and that's what I did.
Yeah, so
I think you have to listen to, because you have to listen to it in different modes.
Right.
The first time I listened to it, I was just amped up. I didn't go to sleep. I didn't, you know what I mean? Because it came out at 12 o'clock. I didn't go to sleep, so I'm up, ready to listen to it, thinking it's gonna be some fire, and my ears wasn't ready yet.
Right.
So what I did was, when I went to sleep, I let it play while I slept. You know what I'm saying? So throughout the night, I kept hearing songs here and there. But then the next morning I woke up, I was like, okay, now let's listen to it again. Right. Now I'm seeing songs. Okay, I like this one. Okay, that one shit. That one shit. Okay, I like this one. But then I kept listening to it. So now when I listen to, because now we're on the week now it's been out.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Because at the beginning of the album, you hear him tell them the truth.
Right.
Tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you listen to a guy like Kendrick Lamar, you got to try to understand where he was at mentally in his music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he, like I say, he's like Outkast. He's the only rapper that I've heard that have different sounding projects. Like, he was on a different, because I don't know if you guys can understand as an MC or as a rapper that still, they still like to do different. You know what I'm saying? Right. Kendrick is that guy, you know what I mean? And this album makes the perfect sense to me now. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm not even like a diehard Kendrick fan. I just know if that shit is good, and I know what it is, and I like to listen to like the message of what you trying to portray, you trying to give with this body of work. Because that's the same message when I listen to people's music and they give me their music, or they got a mixtape, or they got an album, and it's like a local or independent person. And I'm asking them, like, what were you trying to say with this album? Or you just making a bunch of songs, you put them together? You know what I mean? But so I like the Kendrick album. I like, because he touched on a lot of stuff, touched on therapy.
Yeah, because that's basically what it is. It's therapy.
It's just therapy. It's a therapeutic album. We talk about.
I got to thinking about, like, what else can he do besides something like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you listen to the beginning of the album, that's what he said: telling the truth. Yeah. Just telling the truth. And then that's when I'm like, so that's why. Even Kodak, you know what I'm saying? Even Kodak spitting the poem. He's spitting truth on there.
And,
you know
and he's speaking his truth. And that's
he's a stepper. He's a stepper. Like, that's why I was like, okay, I like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's some songs on there that just shake to me. Like,
I like it's
I skip a couple songs.
That whole thing is the whole album, when you take it in, you listen to it. And then even the title is Mr. Morale, the Big Stepper. Mr. Morale is, Kendrick, and then the Big Steppers, Kodak. And it's like, even when he's saying tell him the truth, is basically him explaining like his writer's block. Like he ain't writing 2 years, and then when he came out of that writer's block, he came out of it by just rapping about his truth.
Yeah.
Hey, this is why am I like that's what I always like, like I always like even like Jay-Z said, like, you ain't got to feel no way about Jay, so at least let me tell you why I'm this way.
Yeah.
And it's really just like him telling you, like, this is why
this what happened.
My mom, this happened to my mom, this happened to me.
We had kids.
I had kids. I've been more money in this. I've been with this woman for so long.
If you listen to the verses on that album, he telling you, like, he tell you what car he drove and how much money he made after each verse. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, like I and you know what it took for me, bro? It took me to get real high.
Yeah.
And like, when you get to that point where you high and you just want to vibe out, and just let the shit slide. It ain't too loud.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did in the crib. I put it on. It wasn't too loud, and I just listened to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I caught all the other gems of the songs that I just thought was shit. And I was like, okay, well, he was spitting on that song.
Right.
Okay, like the song he got about his auntie. That's
Right.
brilliant.
That shit is beautiful. But
That's
that
a dope song.
But that's like Kendrick Lamar is one of those artists where you have to consider who he is and then what he's trying to tell you. Every artist not like that. Some artists is feel good music and they may give you a little bit of themselves. Kendrick Lamar's every album that he does is about himself.
Yeah, he telling you what he's going through.
Right. So it's not he telling you even when he bought the chain, he bought that chain because he thought that's what I had to do, but I never fucking wore the shit. Nobody saw me.
That was some dope shit he was saying on there. I was like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but like little shit like that where you just gotta. But I always consume I'm sure you consume music the same way where you basing it on who they are as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing with me is if I don't like them as an artist, I just want to listen to the music. Well, you will give it a try. But that's what I've been listening. That's what I've been listening. I listen to it, check it out. I like it. I've been listening to Vince Staples more though.
I heard Vince Staples album. So he's like the fifth person that said that. I need to check it out.
It's hard. It's some fucking intelligent gangbanger shit.
Yeah, I mean he always been on that type of shit.
Yeah, it's like I'm gangbanging and I'm explaining to you why I'm gangbanging.
Yeah, he always been on that type of shit though. Like he always been dope to me. That's why I said I got to check that album out.
Yeah,
I got to get this Future and this Kendrick out of my system.
Yeah, I can't even listen to that Future.
I love that Future album, but it's turn up music. Yeah. That's my shit. I listen to when I ride in the car.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying.
That should be like all over the place for me.
I listen to that shit when I'm in the car. In the car, I want to hear trap shit. I want to hear ignorant shit. At the crib, I might want to, you know what I'm saying? Because you know my favorite song right now, right?
What?
FREE, fuck nigga free. I ain't worried about it, fuck nigga cheat on me. That shit, that go hard, bro.
That's so trash.
I love that song. Like, I probably was the first one in Orlando to share that shit.
Yeah, you was, man.
Because when I heard it, I was like, that's it.
You be on to that ratchet shit quick, man.
That's it. It's catchy.
You was on the City Girls for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, man.
Before that shit popped.
But like this, I liked the City Girls until they got hot.
Yeah, now they just generic. But what's the chick who sang that FNF song? What's her name?
Glorilla.
And that shit is so ratchet.
All her songs are
to the point where like she not even like her shit. She not even organized. Like, cause right now she should be doing shows and blowing up, but you can't even find her. Like, it's hard to find that song.
No, it's easy. I pull that shit right up.
Now you do, but when I first looked for it, I'm like,
yeah, you're right, because she's not a big of an artist like that until now. Because the first time I shared that video, that shit probably had like 2,000 views.
Yeah, and then that shit
2 weeks later, this shit is on like 4 or 5 million.
Yeah,
like I wonder what it's on now. Matter of fact, let me check it out. But when I seen that, I knew. I was like, that's it. That's it. That's the one. This is a banger. Like,
and that's what could have happened. That's what could have Gabbana could have had happened with her too, though.
Because that shit is ratchet.
Yeah, that shit is. And that's the climate we in now, where women and people like to sing shit like that and be on shit like that, but they not really on shit like that. Like, women who be singing these songs and having hot girl summers, they be in love for real. Like, they the biggest lovers in the world.
Damn, now I see more niggas popping up.
You see what I'm saying? Because that shit not organized,
like,
bro.
What the fuck?
Like, that shit not organized, so you can't even fucking find this lady really like that, man.
Glorilla, that shit go right there.
And is it 2 people or is it 1?
Is the guy is her producer? Hit Kid is her producer. Because I went and listened to all the albums after that, and she's straight Memphis shit. But look at that shit. It's on 5.6 million.
Yeah, so where you found it at?
Nothing, just put in Glorilla, GLORILLA.
See that's what I mean. Like, you go try to look this lady up, and it's everybody and their mama but her. Hit Kid, wow. So the Hit Kid dude, he capitalized the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's the producer of all her shit.
Yeah, but he the one who gonna get checks from this shit. She this shit is wild, man. I can't wait till we get the full setup the full setup where we just gonna play the video right here. Look at our logo in the back. That shit looks so official. Look at this shit right here. But we gonna have the video playing and we can really talk about that shit because
we could do reactions on this.
Yeah, we got reactions on this shit, man. Damn, I wish we had our shit together tonight, but that shit coming.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing the reactions on it.
Doing the reactions.
Yeah, I know. I run into all kind of wretched ass shit that Black don't listen to. So I would love to see his face off the shit. I look like, what the fuck?
Because I would never watch this shit. The funny thing is, I never actually seen the video, so I'm just looking at the first part and I'm like, yeah, we should have definitely reacted on that shit. But when we get that real setup going, the setup it's already set up.
It's set up. It's just
we just learning the ropes and shit.
We got the stream deck up here and everything.
Learning the ropes of this shit. But when we really start playing this shit, we got a lot of fucking reactions to react to, and a lot of videos, and a lot of local shit that we're gonna be showing y'all. It's gonna be a lot of fucking fun. We gonna be
especially when I learn how to back up.
Yeah, when we really get to this shit. Oh,
but we out this bitch, man. Make sure y'all go get y'all tickets for next week for the show at the Bar 5 Lounge. We is gonna be live for Memorial Day. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Tables are almost sold out. Make sure you hit my page up. Let me know if you need tickets for it. But it's next week at the Bar 5 Lounge. We got Gina G in the building. I will be hosting. So you already know this Saturday, I think we're supposed to be doing a Steppers Day with a Spook. He never got with me. But you already know Steppers Day, Arrogant Assholes will be out if it's still going on. We will be out there. So make sure y'all look out for that, man. You got anything going on?
Only for the Steppers, man. Just, fatherhood, manhood, brotherhood. Conversation before the conversation at Exclusive Cuts Barbershop right there on Fairbanks and Edgewater. Exclusive Cuts Barbershop this Friday at 9 p.m. We're gonna be just having conversations, man. And that's pretty much it, man. Other than that, man, just stripping and doing hair, trying to stay above water.
All right. So we out this bitch. We catch y'all, man. Fucks later. Thanks for the 4 years. We'll see y'all for the 5th year anniversary. We rocking the fuck out. Peace. We out.